guys. Hey, Ewans. Is because I left this open in case somebody wanted to come on with me live or try to,
Oh, okay.
and I can send them a link.
Yeah.
But really, the only people that I have their number would be like Devin, Kevin, Devin and Kevin, and then the other Kevin. And then I also have Dawn, Cami, Yota, and I think it's a little early for those gals. And then I have Meredith on Instagram, but I don't know if it'll send her a thing from Instagram. Anyway, let's look at the comments if there are any.
Way up in the morning, man.
No, I think it's time for them to go to work. Like, I never like my friend Tanya from Australia, where she lives. It is like 16 hours ahead. So, if it's what time is it here right now? It's 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's 4 o'clock there. So 5, 6, 7, 8. So they're just now getting to work and stuff and hustling and bustling around. Yeah. Hi, Joanne. Hi. Let me pull open my that sounded nasty. God, she's nasty. I can't stop. I won't stop. It's never gonna stop. Nope. It's never ever going to stop. Okay. So, says what? Hi, shawties. Hi, says Joanne. Hi, Miss Gail. Hi, y'all. Hey, Krista. Krista was the one. Krista, were you the one that gave me, was it you or Kaylee that gave me the idea to do the 6969 subscriber shirt? Because I wanted to give them props. Let me know in the comments. I'm chatting with Tanya now. Are you? Oh my God, tell her to come over. I love Tanya. She's driving to work. Okay. Yeah, she's got to do her job. See, we just finished Monday here, our jobs. So y'all are starting your no, Tuesday. I'm all backed up. And they're starting their Wednesday morning hump day for them. So yes. Oi, oi. CJ, how are you? Hello. Oi. Mrs. P, who is Marianne. Hi there. Hi there. Hi there. She called me Winnie Girl. A lot of people call me Winnie Girl. That's cute. I like that. It wasn't you, Krista. Okay, then it was Kaylee. She might come by in a little bit. Kaylee also, I knew it was somebody, either Krista or Kaylee, that said, like, you should screenshot your subscriber count when it gets to 6969 and make a t-shirt. And that's exactly what I did. But I wanted to give her props because I think I said something about it in my last video, but I didn't really shout her out. So, Kaylee Carroll, you are the one, girl. You are the one. So, what do y'all want to talk about? If y'all won't mind, while you're here, if you could thumbs up this live, that does something. I don't know. I'm not really sure, but everybody always says it when you're in their live. Like, do me a favor, thumbs up my live. It helps. It must. There you go. It was a great idea. It was the best idea because I was just like, oh my God, this makes perfect sense. So I don't have a sponsorship with Sticker Mule, but you see their ads everywhere. And they literally, I've had 4 shirts, maybe 5 shirts made from them. And it is the simplest process that you could ever want. You just open up the t-shirt maker on Sticker Mule, put your picture in there, say whether you would like it all over the shirt, where on the shirt, da 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 da. They process it, what size you need. They give you a preview of it. They say, wait, we'll send you a preview of your shirt, like a mock-up, in a couple hours. And they do. They send you an email and you look at it and you go, okay, yeah, that's the one I want. And then, you pay for it and all that. So seriously, where's the Firkin? What's up with the Firkin? It's fine. It's in my car. I keep it in the floorboard of my car so that when my feet kind of kick it around, but I'm still carrying it. She's still good. It's almost time to talk about Valentine's Day because tomorrow is not Valentine's Day, but tomorrow is a video that me and some of the gals have got a collab going on. Did I get one eyebrow darker than the other? Well, it's just the way it looks on camera. Ooh, she went in on those eyebrows today, girl. I think it's just the sunlight. But anyhow, What was I talking about?
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, Valentine's Day. Bill's here, by the way. You can see part of them. What were you thinking about getting me for Valentine's Day?
We can't say that on camera right now.
Nasty. They know that's coming, but I'm talking about like a gift, like a really good gift. Come on, Mare. Mare's up there sniffing through the fence to another dog. So what do you guys think he should get me for Valentine's? Seriously. A Felly? No. An actual real beat up Kelly.
Seriously.
I got a guy that offered me one on Vestiaire, which thanks to Jason. Jason sent me some links to some really torn up ones. And I got a guy that's like, he sent me an offer and I was like, no, that's too much, dude. And I sent him a low ball offer and then he sent me a higher, slightly lower than, and I was like, okay, should we go back and forth? But it's still a great deal of money. So every time I think, oh, I'm going to, and then I go, no, you don't have that kind of money. So thank you, Miss Gail. I love you. You're so sweet. How have you been, doll? So yeah, the Firkin's good. It's holding up really well. Even though Donna, when I carry it, I bump it into I hand carry it into places and I just like,
we keep trying to come up with ideas how to beat it up.
Yeah. And, well, I don't want to run it over with a car because a lot of people say run it over with a car. But the thing about running it over is it's got that thing that our neighbor's dogs are out. It's got that thing that sticks up as the sangles that attach to that little bar. And I'm afraid it would break that or puncture my tire or something. So I'm not really hip to running it over. I mean, I'm not averse to the idea. If it didn't have any hardware on it, I would do that. I wouldn't care. But yeah. So Kaylee, I just said thank you about your you were the one that gave me the sticker mule idea to do my 6969 shirt. And I couldn't remember, was it you or Krista? And Krista said no, it wasn't me. So I knew it was you because I was thinking it was either Kaylee or it was Krista. And so thank you for that idea. That was the best idea. And I should have told you that on the video the other day, but I'm thanking you now because that was awesome. That was everything. Joanna, hi. Hang it up and beat it like a piñata. Okay, yes, that is a great idea. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, yes. Yeah, it's one of the first really, I guess yesterday was nice. Sunday was sort of nice, but today's been like the really warm and nicest day that we've had. Just sun shining. And what did we get to, 65 or something? What is it?
Well, it's 64 now.
64. So it's really been one of those days where we like, oh, spring's here.
Not yet.
But I don't know. Somebody said you want to, what is it they say about us?
If you don't like
the weather
in Tennessee, wait 10 minutes.
Wait 10 minutes and you'll get something else. So yeah. Kaylee says you're welcome. I'm glad you like that idea. I loved it. I mean, I loved it so much. I was like, that's gotta happen. Miss Gail, love you too. I'm well. How are you all? I love the humor you and your family have. Cracks me up. Plus, I love purses. Well, girl, yes, all of that. We're doing good. My little grandbabies are moving right along. However, I must tell you the drama that is with my daughter. They're over there playing. They like to play t-ball and stuff. They're cute. They're little, middle school. I'd say they're probably middle school. And then they've got a little baby brother. But they play ball all day when it's nice out. Even if it's not nice, they go outside. Their parents are like old school parents, like our parents were, like, get out of the house. So I love that about them. They're so cute. But anyway, what was I saying? God, I'm so stupid. What's I talking about? Oh, my daughter's drama. Sorry. Come here, girl. She's mad because she can't get up. Come on. You can get up here and lay down with Mama. So she had that thing when she first found out she was pregnant with the second baby. Both my daughter-in-law and my daughter, when they both found out they were pregnant, they had that blood test done where you send it off when you just find out. I think she was like 10 weeks and it came back, it's a girl.
Mhm.
Now she went and she had an ultrasound and she's 17 weeks now pregnant. So that baby's gonna come in July. I'm gonna have one more daggone friggin' July, baby. I already got 5. I need one more. But anyway, the ultrasound tech said it's a boy. And my daughter was like, wait, what? They wanted a boy originally. They wanted one of each.
But now they're set up waiting on a girl.
But now they bought all the girl things, and gotten some girl clothes and stuff. And now we don't know. We don't know if it's a baby girl or baby boy. We're just torn between 2 babies. We don't know.
She's going to have another blood test.
Yeah, she's going to have another one of these hemo something type tests that really will determines a lot of genetic markers and things like that within the new baby, and if it's predisposition for something. I will tell you, it's going to be predisposition for
they're going to be scared.
A bigger baby. Because, ain't nobody tiny in our family, except for our niece. We have a niece that's wasting away nothing. Yeah, Bill has skinny feet. Go figure. And nice legs. He has nice legs. They're very thin and yeah. I mean, I don't think Bill's that much overweight. I really don't. But anyway, Miss Gail says it's nice here too, and they're up in Canada, which that's awesome because where did winter go? We did. I like to see one heavy snow in a wintertime in our area, and we had one little tiny stuck to the ground, and then it was gone by midday. So I like to see one little, substantial snow, and I don't know if we're going to get to see that this year, or ever again. We don't know. Kaylee says, "Congratulations on your soon-to-be grandbaby." Thank you. Another one. This will be number 4. Miss Gail says, "Congrats." Says what? Says prayers for a healthy baby. Thank you guys. Yeah. So we're excited about another baby. We're excited about the toddlers and how they'll react. Which we have the 6-month-old. She's almost 6 months old, and then we have the 2-year-old, and then we have one that's about to be 2 in March. And then another one behind her. So, yeah, it's just we love them, but my kids are like, let's just have all the babies all the time, every day. Let's just do, I don't know. I spread mine out, but I clearly, but I spread the ages. So like my son is 5 years older than his sister, my daughter, the middle one that's pregnant. And then we have a baby that's 15 that you'll never see. She doesn't like to be in photos. She's a very introverted kid. The other 2 are pretty outgoing like me, but she doesn't go in for, you can barely even, like if I have a Christmas card, like this year since my mom was gone, I didn't do Christmas cards, but normally I always have to say like, get you a Christmas card picture and send it to me, because she don't go for that. So, but yeah, so I had one starting in kindergarten when I was, a younger mom, a soccer mom. I had one starting kindergarten and one starting his senior year. So that was a weird thing. But yeah, we spread our babies out, and they're like, nope. They must not like that as being siblings. They must have wanted to have had playmates and stuff. So there you go. They wouldn't play with each other. They would only fight. It's not, but that's even when they're close, because you guys are stair steps. There's 4 of you, and you guys are stair steps, and you fought all the time.
All the time.
But see, my family was like that. So my sister's 9.5 years older than me, and my brother was 6 years older than me. So we kind of had the same thing. Only my mom had Well, my mom had 2 girls and a boy like us, just in different places. So yeah. Andrea says, "Oh, Colin, hey girl, hey." Andrea B says, "Washington weather is wet and gray." Ugh, that is depressing, isn't that? Ugh. And the only good thing is it's snowing in the mountains, which equals good skiing. So you like to ski? That's awesome. I always wanted to ski, and we have places around here to ski, but it's very costly. It has always been very expensive. It's something that, when I was in high school, I didn't have too many rich kid girlfriends and friends. I mean, we were acquaintances and not somebody that would ask me, "Hey, let's go on a ski trip." So I never, first of all, I worked a lot when I was in high school and I had band and I didn't pay much attention to school. I wish I had done better. And then when I got into college, I was just a poor, struggling college student who had to work all the time. And honey, I wasn't looking to ski. I was out looking for love in all of the wrong places. But seriously, but I always wanted to learn to ski. And I had a girlfriend who was quite a bit older than me. And I knew through church. She was kind of like a youth leader, didn't have any kids. And I will never forget this. In my senior year, the Challenger with the teacher blew up. Do you guys remember that? It was horrific. It was 1986. It was winter. And oddly enough, we had gotten a very big snow here where we live. And it was so bad that I had gone to her house, I guess for dinner. And it was very treacherous outside, and my car wouldn't start. It was so cold. So she was nice enough to let me stay at her house. Her husband was on like a business trip, and she was an avid skier. She and they did like rich kid things. And she, she said, "Do you want to try?" I'll never forget this week because it was when the Challenger exploded, and after we got done crying about that and praying and just watching it on TV, we said, "You know what? Let's go outside." She had horses. Um, and she said, I saw her skis, and I was like, "Oh, I've always wanted to ski." And she put me. That's the only time I've ever been on a pair of skis. But she put me on a pair of skis. I didn't do bad. She had just little hills. I couldn't get back up. But yeah, I'm down for it.
You would have gone down the side of the mountain at 60 miles an hour. 2 pieces of wood strapped to your eye.
No. But I feel like I probably would have been, because I'll tell you a fun game. My brother taught me this. He had a pair of dingo boots with very slick bottoms, and they were big on me. And he used to wear those in the snow. We'd just bundle up and go play in the snow. And he would just, like, he was skiing on those boots, and then he got too little for him, and he grew out of them. And of course, I got them. I had those boots forever, and they were the funnest thing. My friend John, there was a big hill that we had to go traversing down to get to the bus stop every day. And he lived at the bottom of the hill, and I lived on the top of the hill. And so in order to get to him, and we would go out there and play in that snow, and I'd get those dingo boots on and just like I was on skis, honey, and I didn't fall much. So I always felt like I would be pretty good on skis. Was not good at ice skating. But anyway, those are my winter stories. Long way to say. Yeah, just skiing right along. Yeah. So Karen Coogan, hey honey, says congratulations on your grandbaby. So exciting. It really is. It is exciting. Yeah, Miss Gail says, "Oh, now why'd you get down? What's your problem?" Colin says, "I love skiing. My mom got me skis for Christmas one year in my teens." That's awesome. Oh my gosh. I knew better than to ask, because I knew, well, you had to pay, the gear was expensive. Getting to the place, I didn't have any friends that did it, and I knew my parents weren't skiers. I just didn't have anybody. I mean, I knew kids in school that did, but wouldn't they wouldn't took me. It was all the gear and all the stuff you wear, and then the lift tickets and all that. And it was very costly, a couple $100 a weekend. And I knew, I'm over here working at McDonald's for $45 a week. You think I'm going to
friends that would go
and spend my $45 on skiing?
I had friends that go skiing like it. They wanted to drink But I thought, well, I'm not spending all that money for to just go up on the mountain and enjoy alcohol.
And enjoy alcohol.
Yeah, I just jumped straight to the alcohol.
Because it's very costly and you have to, stay at a resort or whatever. I mean, we live in a good area for skiing. We live very close to like Ski Beach. What's the other ones? There's several around here. So it would be, and I can remember one time going to Gatlinburg, the many, many, many times that we've ever been to Gatlinburg. And they had, they had Ober Gatlinburg, and you could go, even when it was nice outside, if it wasn't snowing, they had artificial snow. And you could rent the skis there. And I always begged my mom, but I didn't have anybody. Like my cousin was always like, I don't want to ski. I think she did actually finally go skiing with some of her friends. But no, I didn't have anybody to, try it with me. My mom wasn't going to do it. My dad's like, no, my stepdad, no, my brother, nobody, so I was always like, oh, I really want to try it. I want to do it. And now I'm scared to death if I ever get on a pair of skis, I break my neck. So those, and I always wanted to learn to ride a motorcycle well. My brother and sister both had motorcycles, but I was so young. I got like a mini bike once, and then I got a moped, but I never got anything really like a real motorcycle. So it's always been a dream of mine to be able to ride a motorcycle and Anyway, I'm just telling y'all crazy stuff. So let's see here. Colleen says, I love skiing. My mom got me those skis for Christmas one year in my teens. It was awesome because all I had to do was pay for lift ticket, which was much cheaper. Right. But see, once we got to the place where you ski, I guess we could have come back. I'm sure that people went like on a Saturday morning and then came back. I mean, I didn't even think about that. But most of the people that lived here, the people that, ski, they went for the whole weekend, didn't they? And so it was kind of you had to rent a chalet or something or stay at the resort or something. So it was kind of a costly thing. To me, anyway, I did have a few friends that I talked to at school that would say, oh, it cost me $250 to go skiing this weekend. And I was always like, oh, no, girl, I need that for drinking and cigarettes. There's no way. So, but yeah, I would have loved to. Long story short. Hey, Devin. Hello. Oh my God, Devin, I love you. What are you doing? Andrea says, I love getting to the mountains on the weekends. Makes the gray, wet weather bearable, barely. I like to ride in the mountains when it's not really for the weather, but I will have just had my fill of doing the same. I get in a rut where I do the same thing, where we do the same things over and over again. And I'm kind of like, let's change things up. I need to get in this car, go somewhere, ride around, get in these mountains, do something other than just sitting here looking at each other like, it's like we get into a rut and I can't stand that. So, Krista says, I grew up near mountains, so it was pretty reasonable to join for season passes. That would have been an idea. See, I didn't know any of that. And my mom would hear it from like her best friend at work about how like the kids, because they were older than me, so she'd already heard all the, I had to buy her a new ski jacket, the ski rental, the ski lift, So my mom was like, no, we're not having any of that. So that was not a sport that I got to partake. Now I did water ski. I was very good at water skiing. And I enjoyed that all summer long. We did water ski a lot. So I did learn to water ski and I enjoyed that. So that's why I thought like maybe I would be good at snow skiing, guys. I thought so. Neither here nor there. But what are you going to do? So yeah. Kaylee says it was nice talking to you, Caleb and Devin, through your lives this past weekend. That was fun. Caleb's live was so fun too. And Devin, oh my gosh. Devin, see if you get this. Let me just see. I'm going to see if I can I'm going to try to send you a link. See if this will work this time, Devin. Just for grins and gigs. Okay. I think see if that'll work. I just want to try because I don't know if it was because you were my mod last week that it wouldn't work, but we got so frustrated. I'm in a way better frame of mind this week, guys, as opposed to last week where I was just, don't know. I was in a mood last week, wasn't I?
Mm-hmm.
I was just in a like, I don't know. I get like that. What's funny about this is now I don't really need this because look, it's staying on the.
Yes, wonder why it's on there.
And I don't know why it did that. I've been trying all these months that we do lives to get to stay there, guys. It's going away. See, it'll stay up there for a minute. So Devin saying thank you. It was fun. I will do more. I don't know why I couldn't go live with Winnie. I don't either. I'm so sad. It sent me the troubleshoot link again. God, what we've got going on. Why is it doing that? I don't know. It's so. Ooh. Sorry, did I pause you guys? Sorry. I paused us for a minute. So sorry. I was sending Devin a link. Just got home, put a hair mask in my hair because it was dry. I think I would hurt myself trying to ski. So I sled. I love to sled too. I love winter sports, summer sport. I don't care. But now I'm getting to the point where I used to love to roller skate. Now, my mom did get us roller skates when we were kids because my mom was, and she would buy us a pool pass because she was always like, get out of the house and play. I don't want you in this house. It just killed my mom to think we were sitting inside and it was a beautiful day. She didn't play that game. So, roller skates, motorcycles, skateboards, any of that, scooters, we did have have a lot of that going on around our house. But yeah, I don't know why. I guess if I could go back in time, I would have pressed more about that. I want to try to ski. Somebody teach me to ski. Somebody take me. I could have found somebody. But yeah. Yeah, I'm afraid I might hurt myself too. I could have probably done it though earlier and bounced back, you know. It sent me the troubleshoot. I can't go live horizontal now. Okay. All right. Well, what are you going to do? I thought I would give the old college try. Um, what does Bill collect? Bill, what do you collect? He collects
nothing really. Nothing to me.
I can think of three things.
I've got things
right off the bat,
but it's not like I just got to have something else to wait. I've got to add this to my collection because if so, I'd have a house full of guitars and a garage full of guns and a bunch of shoes.
I can think of four things: boots and shoes. I'll count that as one.
Mm-hmm.
Guns, yes. Guitars, yes. And hats.
Yeah, no,
this mofo has more hats.
I throw a bunch of hats away during the year, though.
Hats.
Well, you give me a free hat, I'll take it.
And he does love it free. But I don't know if he would collect. Used to when I met him, that felt like it like magnetized to. Oh, I guess it did.
Well, yeah,
it's metal. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, when I met him, he was a NASCAR enthusiast.
I still am.
He still is, but he would have not like that. But
and once I enjoy watching NASCAR, I enjoy going to it. But the biggest thing that I used to enjoy was going to it and drinking and with my buddies. And I don't drink anymore, so it take some of the enjoyment out of it. I still like to sit and watch it. And it's just like watching football games, or I love to do that. But it ain't like I'm just going to stop my day and do it. No.
He loves all sports. So we have the best time from about the end of November to the beginning of February because there's no racing. Football wanes down. He does watch a little bit of basketball, but basketball games are quick. They don't last, 3-4 hours like a race or longer or a football game. So, and sometimes I've caught you watching like bowling and.
No, not very seldom do you watch that.
He does. He likes his sports. Kaylee says, "Are you going to go live next Tuesday for Valentine's?" Probably. We're not going to do anything special. Well, I asked you. What about Valentine's Day? Hi, Sin. Cinderella. Spin it up one time. Here's Sin in the house. I don't know. Yeah, we'll go live next Tuesday. Yeah, because I wanted to do the Valentine's Day video with Dawn and Cami and Yota tomorrow because my normal schedule's like Wednesday and Saturday. Sometimes I'll throw in a bonus video and then I'll do a live on Tuesday. So, yeah, I don't have any plans.
Yet.
And that's why I said I don't really want to put a video on Tuesday because that's normally when I go and do a live. So let me ask you all about this. Andrea B says my boyfriend likes to collect too. Unfortunately, he got into vintage hi-fi.
Oh,
Oh,
gracious.
that's cool. Which includes giant speakers. My stuff takes up less room. So he's into vinyl and stuff too. That's awesome.
We do have a small collection of that
Yeah,
too.
we do have a it's actually stuff that we had when we were kids.
Mhm.
Really, sometimes we'll go. We have a pretty huge flea market around here, thrift or whatever, and there's a guy in there, which is funny. At one of the stations that I worked at in the '90s, they had a huge. They kept all their archives, their albums. They used to be an AOR and stuff station, so they had this huge room that was nothing but albums as far as the eye could see. And so I went in there looking at stuff one day, and they marked them all with their call letters. And me, I didn't work for them at the time, but I worked for another station. And I was like, I see this says W blah blah blah. And the guy said, yeah, they trashed them. So apparently, a new owner took over and flipped the station to something else. And I always wanted some of those albums, but I knew they wouldn't give them to me. But it's so crazy that whoever the new owner that took over just threw them out. And he said, I just pulled up in a van and took them all. And I mean, they were
Man.
thousands. He said, yeah, they just threw them in the trash. And I was like, are you kidding me? So I thought that was funny. But I did buy a few old vinyls. But yeah, I know, right? Sin, that never happens. If I'd have known that, I would have taken them home with me. Not that we don't even. The thing about it is I have such an old turntable that the mechanism inside is kind of screwed up, so it doesn't play them at the right speed anymore. So they sound too sped up. It needs a new belt, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's really not worth anything. I think I bought it in 1987 or 88 at Sears. So it's not that big of a deal. But anyway, I wanted to ask you guys if you all have been following Lashgate 23. Lord help. I say a little bit about this. I've already recorded my Wednesday Valentine's special video for tomorrow. And I talk about it at the end, but this TikToker, Michaela, have you guys seen this whole Lashgate story? It has got me riveted on the edge of my seat. Rich Lux does. I love Rich Lux, by the way, but he does this he's a drama channel or whatever, and he spills the tea on this whole thing. But the other day, apparently, this Michaela girl, she's like got billions of followers over on TikTok, and she speaks with like a really heavy Boston accent. And the whole Lashgate thing, if you guys haven't seen it, it's everywhere. She apparently used this L'Oreal mascara, does a cutaway, and then comes back and says, this is just 4 coats, guys. Look at this. But apparently she stuck some fake lashes on the end and didn't tell. And she didn't like disclose it. And now everybody's like, oh, I think she put a. So then Jeffree Star got in on it, girl. And apparently Jeffree Star, who is in Montana, right? She's doing a press thing in Wyoming. Like, I think he said it was like 6 hours. I get all my information from Rich Lex, by the way. If you ever want to know the drama and the tea spilling, the piping hot tea. So apparently, Jeffree Star has said some things, because he's coming back. He's back. He's slowly but surely getting back out there. But yeah, girl. Did that little kid say effing? No. He didn't, did he? Okay. His parents are sweet. I think his mom. I think his dad's out there playing with him. But anyway, um, so girl, he and Jeffree Star invited this little Michaela to come to his ranch. And she snubbed him. She was, at last I heard yesterday, that she was just like, she didn't even answer him. I was like, let Jeffree Star invite me anywhere in this world. Come hell, high water, selling all my back, I will get there. I mean, who says no to Jeffree Star? But anyway, the Lash Gate is just the Lash debacle of 2023 is, ugh, this tea is piping hot. Yeah, it's actually not. It's cooled down. This has been going on for a while, but every day it's some different. Did she admit to it? Did she apologize? Did she? And she's just kind of like, I'm not saying nothing. Did I? Didn't I? Who knows? Who cares? She's just carrying on like nothing. And somebody said, Rich said, some of these beauty influencers, the big, big, big beauty influencers, used to get like 200 and some odd $1,000 for, um, girl, give me 200. I'll talk about L'Oreal like it's like it's the best in the world. But yeah, I was like 200,000. Bitch, I do it for $2. What you send me something free? I'll talk about it. I'm not crazy, but anyhow, Andrea says everything to do with hi-fi albums, tube amps, speakers, turntables. Okay, anyone looking? She's like, I need to sell some of this stuff and get me some bags. Girl, that's so funny. AKB Bag says hi, Winnie. Susan Vivian says hi. Hello, guys. Oh, they've moved their little. They've got their. Oh, they've got a little friend over. Yeah, they've moved it over. Oh, hi, guys. They can actually see us now. We're like, hi. But anyhow, coming out. I don't know. Anyhow, I've got some children. They're playing a game on the trampoline. Okay, did I catch any of the Grammy Award fashion? I actually fell asleep. I don't have cable upstairs. So, and I know what was it, Peacock or Paramount? Peacock, right? That ran it live, that streamed it live. And I thought about it for a minute, but what did we end up watching? And then we just fell asleep. I can't even remember. But I thought that I would watch it again today. So I fell asleep, didn't get to see nothing. They said Madonna was looking like a cat. Oh gosh, I had to get off for a phone call and come back to makeup YouTuber drama. Oh my god, girl, the Lash Gate. I'm always like, what's happening? What did she not put on those lash? I kind of think she did. Did this kid just say? I think he did. You're liable to hear anything over here. Oh my god. Was it CBS? So okay, what? Somebody streamed it. What is that? That's not Peacock. It's not Paramount. One of the services that I have, it kept coming up on a ribbon like now streaming the Grammys. Go to I can't. I don't know who had them, to tell you the truth. But whatever streaming CBS is, I guess I just have CBS.com. I don't know. But it kept coming up that they were streaming them now. Go watch. And I fell asleep. We fell asleep. I had to get up and actually go into the office. So that sucks for me. I'm laughing at the kids. I know. One kid just said something like, you fart. I'd kill it. I think it's, if I can see, I see their little heads bobbing up on their trampoline. I think it's probably 4 of them. I think there's 4 of them. A couple of them were brothers.
Yeah, two little boys and one girl.
Oh, they've got a little girlfriend over there now. Well, that's cute. Okay. I didn't care who wanted to play when I was a kid. I'd just get out there. You know what we love to do is double dutch. Oh, I love to double dutch. You know, this. Yes, and then, jump in. Yeah, and I was actually pretty good at it. I could hula hoop too. Now, sadly, they don't make a hula hoop big enough for me to. I can hoop it, but I can't hula it no more. She's not hulaing nothing except on TV. Maybe it was hula. These kids, yeah, these kids are killing me. Madonna. Andrea says Madonna is looking very plastic. Um,
She is.
well, sometimes she filters up because sometimes I'll see her. Is it her? It's her Instagram, right? That I don't know what I see. People share it and stuff, and I look at. I think, ooh, stop. I guess when you're really thin, I was trying to think of the science behind this. Like, I guess when you're really thin, I don't know because I haven't been really thin in forever. Um, but like, I guess this hollows a little bit when you don't have a whole lot of body fat, and I don't think Madonna does. But maybe her cheeks. Maybe when you start getting our age, because she's a little bit older than me, but you're 50, late 50s, early 60s and stuff, you start to like hollow right here. Because I know Demi Moore did it too, and she was so beautiful. But you like put a little like buckle fat or something in here to, I guess, fill that out from hollowing. Is that what happens? And then it just gets to looking like, and then it sort of pushes up your eyes and you stretch your. It just looks what they call pillow face. And I don't like that. I thought maybe she should have just done like Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin and the rest of the gals and just said, "Hey, this is who I am." Well, not to say they haven't had any work; they probably have. But they haven't. They didn't start as early as her. I don't know. I don't know. And just within the last 10 years, like 5 years, she's just. I don't know. It was rare. I met a friend's parents who allowed them to play with me. Well, that's good. Devin, you and I would have been besties. Like, if we were the same age and we were kids together, I would have palled around with you. We would have had the best time. Smoking cigarettes, talking about boys. Yes, the whole nine.
Mhm.
Yeah, me and John did. You know, we had the best time as kids. Yes. Celebrities are afraid to grow old. And I get it. The business dictates that, right? I get it. I get it. That's what Sin says. Devin says Google says Madonna is 64. I guess she is 64.
Gracious.
Be 64. My sister's 63 and she looks amazing. She's done a thing. Um, yeah, too much filler. It's so obvious, really obvious. Krista says. Miss Gail says, I'm a thick girl. No worries here, girl. Join hands with me. Let's. Yes, I do love to have the occasional donut. I love a good donut. I love cake. My downfall is cake. Birthday cake, yes. Sometimes I can remember my kids growing up and it being nobody's birthday in the world and me just buying a damn birthday cake for no good damn reason other than I was going to go home, not even cut a piece off, just take a fork and sit down with that cake. And then I got into a phase. You remember that time I would hide the boxes? I got into a Whitman sampler phase. And I wouldn't just eat a piece of candy. I'm telling things about my food addiction, but I would get me a Whitman sampler, and I'm not talking about the little. I'm talking about them great big,
That's what's good about Valentine's Day.
double layered.
Get them things for 50% off.
Yeah, the day after Wednesday. Don't think I'm not going to run up to CVS and buy me a couple Whitman samplers. But Bill would find them. Because I would eat them and I wouldn't want to throw them in the trash because then I'd be like, oh God, everybody's gonna know I ate this whole Whitman sampler. He would find an empty box and be like, who's had a Whitman sampler? There was 5 people living here then. I was like, I don't, must have been the kids. I don't know. So, but it was me. But and my other downfall, oh my God, I love cobbler. But I love a Pepperidge Farm or those little square frozen cakes. I know it sounds crazy, but I like the lemon or the key lime. And before it will defrost, when it's still a little frozen and cold, oh, I I I will tell you, I've sat down and ate
It's like having an ice cream cake.
almost I've never sat and eaten a whole Pepperidge Farm square cake, although they're not very big. I could, but I've eaten half of one once. I love it when it's simmering. Oh gosh. But yes, I love a sweet. I'm a sweet. I like a sweet treat. You cannot tell me nothing when there's sweets around. I will eat that. I will eat whatever it is. Oh my gosh. Andrea B says, not sure why she's a legend and should age gracefully. She should. I mean, just because you have a lot of money to fix stuff and go to plastic surgeons doesn't mean you should do. I don't know. Miss Gail says, me too. I have natural fillers. I know that's right. Me too, honey. Um, age naturally, Miss Gail says. Kaylee says, my husband always gets me a red velvet cake for Valentine's or my birthday. That's sweet.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I love a red. Do you guys have nothing but cakes?
Mm, mm, mm.
We love those. And we love a daggone crumble cookie too. Girl, I can't. It's all the evil forces outside of me. I'd be fine. I could manage this if there wasn't other forces trying to get in all the time. Yeah. Because you get hungry and then you want to eat everything. I want to eat the house down. So yes. Yeah, Devin said he's waiting until the day after Christmas to buy chocolate. Don't get me anything on Valentine's Day. Let's raid them stores after like a what's that sitcom back in the day? The Middle. I'm a lot like that, Mom. Like The Middle, she would buy them Christmas like the day after when everything went on sale. I was like, Psh, if my kids would go for that, yes, I'm about. Let me buy me something the day after. I'm all about the after sales. Yes. Krista says, "Oh my God, we have a Pepperidge Farms outlet here."
Oh gosh.
Girl, ooh. We have in Sevierville. We have a Whitman's, and what is it? What's the other kind?
Stovers.
Stovers, all in one outlet. If you ever go there, like they have all the good candy out front, and they have like a little fudge table that you can sample things or whatever. But you can go in the back, and there's just pallets and pallets of like, hey, these are mismatched candies or broken candies, 2 for $20. So I go and I do a little damage in the outlet. I'm not gonna lie. And then when we get in the car, we're like, let's open up the candy.
Yeah.
So anyway, did your loved ones send you to the Betty Crocker Clinic? I need to. I need to. They need to. Love after holiday. David says, I love after holiday sales. They don't do the Halloween ones like they used to. No, those Halloween candies, they've figured out the like ordering on that. I've noticed that too, Devin. Because remember we went and we looked and there was nothing. And I was like, where's all the big packs of Halloween candy for $3 instead of $20?
That's because they usually run out
They
before
run
Halloween.
out. That's the thing. People don't realize so many people are coming to their house and they go and pay full price for it. We're screwed. We're screwed when they do that, I tell you. Krista, I can't believe you have an outlet. Girl, I would never leave that outlet. Um, Andrea B says chocolate is the best. What are you sad about? Walgreens had their Christmas candy at 75% off last week. Girl, ours was gone the first 2 weeks of January. I can't even start. Sugar is. It is. It is just. I don't think I would have a problem if there wasn't cakes and candies. I don't think I have a problem because regular food I can kind of. Although I do love a hamburger and I do love pizza occasionally. Yikes. Okay. I can't turn the sound on because I'm at my desk, but hi, Winnie, and hi, Devin from Julie. Hey, honey. It's okay. I'm glad you joined in, though. We're not really talking about anything today. We don't really have a topic. We're just out here just chilling on this nice day and
Chewing fat.
chewing the fat, yeah. Oh, the crumble cookies. Ooh, we do. It's like cake. It's really like cake.
It's just
Kaylee says, yeah. It is. It's expensive. It's like
$24.
$24 for just 6 of them. But I mean, 6 of them. That's one thing I cannot eat a whole cookie of. I bet I can. But I think what I do is we get the variety, all 6 of what they're serving that week. And I just go around and like get a piece of each one. So I guess by me doing that, I actually do end up eating a whole cookie in one. And a whole cookie's like what, 10,000 calories? I don't know. I really don't know, but
It's damn.
oh my God. Yes. Devin said, if I had Madonna's money, I'm traveling, eating, and shopping. No time for plastic surgery. She does look great. And as long as she's happy. Yeah, if she's happy and it works for her, whatever. We're all going to have something to say, aren't we? But I know. Yeah. Devin says, hey to Julie. Mrs. P, Marianne, I'm doing low carb, no sugar for me. Well, good for you, girl. I wish you luck with that. I've done it a few times and, oh, God. Remember one time Bill and I did that HCG, we went to a doctor and got these shots, right? You know, we did that, and you do the rounds of it. So like, you load for 2 days, and when they told me eat anything you want for 2, girl, I loved that the best. And then you had to go buy all the food for the 22 or 23 days, or 20. Sometimes we do 26-day rounds. But it's like 500 or 600 calories. Who's not gonna like? You don't need the HCG if you're like gonna eat 500 calories a day. Like, yeah, we see now that was probably not. It was not our best time. We're never.
I lost so much weight on it. People thought I was smoking crack.
Yeah, they did. They thought we were like crackheads or something, or on some kind of drugs, and we were like, no, we just did a couple rounds of HCG diet. But then we, discovered food again. My favorite thing to eat, it would be like, in the morning you'd wake up and you'd have coffee, black coffee, and then that would do nothing. And then you would have an orange, one singular orange, or maybe an apple. And then you'd have to wait till lunch, and then you could have, 4 ounces of some meat, a big plate of broccoli or something. And then for dinner, my favorite thing at dinner, where I really felt like I got a lot of food, I would eat I would make like a taco crumbly
Salad.
Yeah, salad. But man, I would lay the salad to it, and then I'd put a bunch of salsa and hot sauce on there, and I really felt like, oh God, I'm eating. But
I like the onion soup that we make.
yeah, and we make onion soup. I mean, Lord, the things I have done. Devin Christopher, Russell Stover stopped selling my Roman nuggets. They did? Down in Sevierville? That sucks. Ugh. Yes. For a whole box of them. That sucks. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Okay, Andrea says, do we have C's chocolate in Tennessee?
Oh, no.
Let me just tell you. Thankfully, we don't. But my cousin's wild, God. I wonder, she was on here last week. She's not on here today, but the one that lives in Vegas, she'll take me to the mall. And I know one particular time, I think it's the last time I was there, she had to have her bracelet repaired. And we went in Miss C's. Girl, they just hand you like samples.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy went a little crazy. He was just like, I don't know if he was mad at the company or he was just trying to quit, or I don't know what he was doing, but there was like 5 or 6 of us. It's a little tiny store that was in their mall. He was just like, bam, bam, bam. So we had like bags with us.
Yeah.
And then our bags got filled up with the chocolates. And then we bought a couple things. I bought some suckers and stuff for the plane ride home and stuff. And then My cousin was like, "Do y'all have can I have a bag?" And they gave us and we only bought like a few like suckers or something. We didn't buy much of anything. We probably walked out of there with $200. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
$200 worth of free candy from Mississippi. So I'm on their mailing list, honey. I used to gift that to people for Christmas, because it was just mail order and you could just go on their site and send somebody. Yes, Mississippi's that's my favorite, but we don't have it on this side where we live. We don't have it.
That's the good stuff.
But it is good stuff. That's the best. Sin says, I saw chocolate online that had a blood orange cream center. Girl, you're talking my language. At Sin, that's like the Trader Joe chocolate oranges. You hit them on the table. Oh, yeah. Somebody sent me one of those for Christmas. Was it Autumn maybe that sent me that? I love those. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, it is. That's what Devin said. The chocolate orange with Pop Rocks Autumn sent me was the best. Yes, Devin. She sends the best. Those oranges. Yes. Orange chocolate. Marianne says, I'm not familiar with that. The only thing that ever works for me is going high fat, protein, low carb. But it had evolved many awesome recipes around now. Yeah, you got this. You know what? When I was doing, I did that for a while. I did the low carb, and I did pretty good at it. And I was fasting.
High protein stuff's not good for your kidneys.
Right. So high protein on me, unfortunately, causes these kidney stones because I have kidney stone disease. So I like doing it, and I've lost weight on it. But I put that in conjunction with fasting. I do. I do it. Even though I'm the biggest I've been in a long time right now, I will tell you, I still get at least a 12-hour fast in every day. At least 12, which is nothing. I mean, 8 of that I'm asleep. But optimum for me would be 16 to 18 hours. But I enjoy fasting. It cleared my skin up. I just like it. Makes my hair and nails do good. I feel good when I fast. I don't know. I just like to fast. But we used to make this thing called meat cheese. That's what I called it. It had bacon and it had hamburger meat and like 4 or 5 different cheeses. And that was basic and onions. I made that when I was doing low carb. Oh my God, it was so good. You remember that meat cheese? I'll have that right now. Oh God. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Renee says, Devin, that's got to be a joke. Russell Stover's is trash. Well, see, we don't have much. We don't have much to sample around here. Now, if I had the choice between Russell Stover's, a Whitman's, or Mrs. C's, always we'd pick Mrs. C's, like hands down. Number 2 would be Whitman's, and then I would go to the Russell Stover's because Russell Stover's has a couple of things like the nougats. I did love those. But they also had like a special truffle that I loved. And my mom loved the mint chocolate truffles, and I would buy those for her every year for Mother's Day and her birthday. She loved that, a little box, and she would just have a little piece after. So she loved the mint chocolate. So Russell Stover's is,
and she liked the pecan sandies.
Yeah, she loved the pecan sandy. I don't know how we got. I guess we're all hungry. Yes, Kaylee, C's chocolate is expensive. And that guy, I promise you, we walked out with bags of loose candy. Just, at first we were kind of like, hey, can I try one of those? Hey, can I try? And he was just great. And then he was just like, here, try this. And before we could get it, we ate like 10 pieces. But then we were like, God, I can't stuff one more piece of chocolate. So then it was kind of like the conveyor belt. Lucy and Ethel, that's what we felt like. We were eating what we could, and then we were shoving them in the. And then, my cousin finally said, hey, can I have another bag? And he was like, sure. And then he just kept putting them up on the counter. Boop, boop, boop. And we just.
Boop, let's say, here, try this one.
Boop, and we did. And we grabbed them. Yeah, he saw what we were doing. He didn't care. He was just like, go ahead, go ahead. Cinnabon, they took Cinnabon out of our mall. Yep, we had it for a couple of years, and they took it out. It must have not done well, but I love a good Cinnabon. That cream cheese icing, girl, yes. Yes, 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 yes. C's sucks. My ex friend from Cali said I had to get some Russell Stover all the way. Wow, okay. I'm doing low carb, but it's harder than when you're vegan. Oh God, Julie. Ooh, but you know what? Eyes on the prize, Julie. You got this. Um, Devin, it's strange. Mrs. Peace, Marianne says, but Devin, it's strange when you cut it out. You don't want it after a while, and sugar actually tastes weird. Yeah, it takes about 10 days for me if I totally do a cleanse and I fast and I do, high protein, low fat, low carb. But in about 3 weeks after that, I am in the hospital, usually. So I don't know why it is. It's called medullary sponge kidney. So for some reason, when I do a special high protein diet, they just fall out of me. I mean, it's hell. It is hell. I do lose weight. And then what's funny is my urologist is always like, if you lose 45 or 50 pounds, you'd never have another one, which is a fat lie because I have had them thin and fat and in between, no matter how big I was. So, mhm. Let's see here. The suckers are the bomb. Miss C's, yes, they're suckers. We got those caramel little square ones. Yes, 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 yes. But you're right, Marianne. I mean, you can get over the sugar thing, and I can do a diet where I don't add artificial or actual real sugar or anything. I could do that, but I'm just in that place where I'm just like, F it. You know what I mean? I just get in those places where for a few months, it's almost been a year now. I'm just like, F it. I ate. I know. My family hates it when I get on a kick because when I diet, I'm all in or I'm all out. I'm not, she don't halfway. She goes all in or she's all out. So when I start one, everybody in the house starts one and I'm like, oh, somebody brought a bag of Doritos in? What the hell is this? Oh, here's some sugary candy? What? Some ice cream? Yeah. I get a little too like, guys. Oh, that's funny. Baked wifey, Sherry is the best. Are you talking about my cousin? Do you know her? Baked wifey? Who is this? Is that my okay? It has to be. Sherry is the best. That's what I'm talking about. My cousin. Are you talking about my cousin too? God, she's great. Okay. Somebody knows my cousin. That's awesome. Cease chocolate is expensive. Yeah, it is. But that day, honey, we went crazy. When I was vegetarian, Devin said I ate nothing but carbs. I mean, you're carbitarian. That's what happens when you become a vegetarian. I did that for a little while. Remember, I told you I quit eating meat and stuff for a little while. It was hard. Susan Vivian, double coated Tim Tams rock. Oh my God, that's my girl. I can't stop eating Tim Tams. I can't stop doing a slam. That's what I eat that for breakfast. I literally eat 5, 10. I was eating 2.
That's her new obsession.
And now I'm like, I'll eat one more. Oh wait, I'll eat 4 today. Oh God, darn it, I'll eat 5. So yeah. Winnie, you look good. Don't worry. Thank you, Miss Gail. You're sweet. I feel fine, guys. I'll say that, and then tomorrow.
I love her.
He loves me either way. Fluffy, don't matter. Russell Stover Easter candy is great. I used to love the chocolate bird nest with jelly beans. Oh yes, girl. Oh, the little Cadbury mini eggs. You guys ever had those? They're kind of like a M&Ms, but only more chocolatey with a crunchier coating. Ooh, I love those. Those are my favorite. I swear to you guys, when the first treadmill that we had, it had a big, huge cup holder in it. And I would literally buy those eggs and fill that cup holder up. And I would walk and listen to music and eat those eggs. I'm not lying. And then when the eggs were gone, That's when I get off the
The
treadmill.
walking's over.
The walking was. Jeez. Guys, I am so crazy. Renee says if it's sold at CVS or a gas station, it sucks. Russell Stover is good for Easter candy only. Yes, they do make good Easter candy. Let's see here. Renee, I'm keto and fasting. I fast 24 hours, then eat once per day. Yeah, I did alternate day. And I think I did that for a month, maybe a month and a half. I was 36 hours. So I wouldn't eat today. So, my days eating would alternate, obviously, because I was skipping a day. But I would start at 7 a.m., fast all the way till, so let's say today was a non eating day. So I would do alternate day where I wouldn't eat anything. It would start at 7 a.m. And then, well, actually, it would start at 7 p.m. and then it would go till 7 a.m. not the next day, but the day after. So it would be about a 36-hour. And I'm telling you now, when that 7 a.m. rolled around, girl, it was feasting time. But I did that for a while, but I got really grouchy. I got a little sick. I started clock watching a lot. So I was, 6:59. Yeah, I got a little too crazy about it. So I had to stop with the longer fast. And for me, my secret to fasting, and I know it's wrong. I know now, looking back, I've been doing some form of fasting since 2017. So I like it. I enjoy it. But I will tell you what happened to me. I'd do 18, 20, 22-hour fast, 24 even. I'd do a whole day. And then when I opened my window to eat, I didn't just open that bitch. I kicked that bitch down. And I ate, and I stuffed too much food into my window because I was starving. So whether you're eating, 3,000 calories in a 4 to 6 to 7 hour window, or you're grazing and eating 3,000 calories all day, it was the same for me. I wasn't losing weight. I mean, my skin felt good. I felt better as far as my kidney stones go. Um, you know, a lot of things did improve. I mean, you get other health benefits giving your body a break from eating. Your body needs a break, I feel like. I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm not a doctor, but I feel like your body needs that break from digesting and eating and chewing and doing all of that all day. So, yeah, Renee, I'm with you on that. It's just that for me, I got a little too crazy and I would eat the house down. I would open my window and just be like, yep, license to eat. Here we go. So, yeah, I wasn't doing as well. You still have to watch what you eat. You know what I mean? Like you're fasting to give your body a break and to let it go through. What's the word I'm thinking of?
Ketosis.
No, not well. You get into ketosis eventually, but it takes a while. Starts with an A. Anyway, I can't think of the name of it. Renee, tell me in the comments. But you know what I mean. Once your body goes through that, autophagy. If you go through autophagy, that like breaks down the cells. And I watch Dr. Fung a lot, and his reasoning behind that is like, let's say you buy a house and you go to remodel a house. And if you don't give yourself a break from eating, it's as if your cells, like equate your cells to, you're going into this house and you're putting in new cabinets, but you're not taking the old cabinets out. You're just trying to put in new cabinets on top. That's what autophagy breaks down all the stuff, pulls it out of the cells so you can start new and fresh. So I am 100% on board with fasting. I think it works. For me, I need to get back there and drink the black coffee, but I've been putting creamer in my coffee. I've been doing Tim Tam slams in my coffee. So, yeah, I went on to a whole rant, guys. So, yeah, Devin says, agree to disagree, Renee. What about Godiva chocolate? I do love those too. And I don't get those much because I don't really know why. I just never reach for those. When I do when I'm trying to do better and eat better, I will get like one of those great big Lindt chocolate like cacao bars. And if I've not had sugar for 10 or 12 days, those taste really, really good to me. Like eating, you know, a piece of real Miss C's or somebody's chocolate. I mean, it really does. Like eating a real chocolate bar, but yeah. Yes, Devin. And Devin says, "Oh my goodness, Renee, one meal a day." Yeah, it's very doable. It's very. Renee, do you ever listen to? I listen to a lot of podcasts, but 6,000 is it? Is it 6,000 something to dinner? I'll have to look that up. But that's a really good podcast, and she does 6,000. I think it's 6,000 steps. Or maybe it's no. She does 6 mile. It's called 6 miles to supper, and she does a 24-hour fast where she starts eating at 7. She has a family. She walks 6 miles a day every single day. That she has to get all of her steps in before she can eat. And she lost 100 and I mean, she lost a lot of weight, but she ended up at like she'll fix the meal and then everybody will sit down and eat. And if she wants a piece of cake, she'll have a piece of cake. But the logic there is, she might have 1,000, 1,200, 1,300 calories. It's doable in one meal. I do that all the time, but it makes sense. And her body and your body, and you get into a rhythm of doing that. Your body's used to that. Your body knows when to expect food. Your brain, everything is clicking on all the cylinders. They say I used to get kind of euphoric right before I opened my window if I would do a long fast. You think clearer, everything sharper, faster. Um, yeah, it's a weird thing to fast and not have food, but your body needs a break from eating. You wouldn't run a marathon and run your body for 2 days straight. You just wouldn't do that. You need a break from anything that you do. You know what I mean? Like anything, you wouldn't take a shower for 16 hours, right? So your body needs a break from being in the water. Your body needs a break from eating. Your body needs a break from running. You just wouldn't go, 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 go all the time. So your body needs to take breaks. It's just like, that's one other thing to add to the list that you need downtime from. So, Renee, it makes sense. It makes sense. I'm with you. Mrs. P, Marianne, okay. So, having tasted chocolate from all over, I must say that husband and I agree that milk chocolate from Norwegian brand Freya is the absolute best there is. We've got to write this down. I must have that. Yes,
We must try
we
that.
must try it. Renee says, "Yep, once a meal, one meal per day. Highly nutritious. I've lost 30 pounds. I gained during COVID. That's awesome, and you are doing a good thing. Keep it up, girl. Keep it up. I support you 110%. I've got to check out that Freya brand. I can't imagine eating once a day. Your body gets used to it. You get used to it, Devin. It's just like anything else. Think about here's the way I like to think about fasting. Like if I eat a meal tonight at 6, I'm done by 6:30. I don't eat another thing. I get up and I have black coffee. So sleeping's 8 hours. So you're sleeping 7 to 8 hours. That's easy. That's the easiest part of the fast. You're asleep. Your body's doing all the work. You're asleep. It's repairing all those cells. You're going into autophagy, right? You get up and you have, instead of eating oats or breakfast or a cookie or Tim Tams, you drink a black coffee. That does put something on your stomach, and it does, for me anyway, it makes me feel like I've had something, and I can make it to lunch then. So then you open your window up at 11 or 12. Okay, well, look at me, what I've just done. I've gone 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30. I've gone 17 hours, and I've had coffee, and I feel great. And go ahead and eat 2 meals. Eat lunch, eat dinner. do it all over again. That's what it is. It's the I'm a big intermittent fasting fan. So yeah. Renee says, I do love all Russell Stover Easter candy, though. Oh my God, the chocolate raspberry eggs. Ooh, girl, yes. Oh, I'm sorry, Winnie. I didn't mean you should go on a diet. Oh, no. I for one, know that I need to go on a diet. I just have to get there here. So, yes, baby doll. You didn't do anything. You didn't say anything bad to me, sweetie. Devin says, I heard the new Jeepers Creepers is bad. But
Bad
me,
and good
it wasn't
bad?
good. The new one that came out, and Jeepers Creepers, the first two are our favorite, one of our favorite Halloween movies. Like that thing gives me the creeps every time. Well, y'all have fun watching that. Devin, if you're keto, you don't get hungry. It's a super fatty plan, so it keeps you satiated. The growling tummy is from eating carbs, high fat, moderate protein, very low carbs. Yes, for me though, I can't because of my kidney disease, but I am with you on the whole thing. If anybody out there tries fasting, like, do 12 hours, do 13, do 14, like, work yourself into it. It's not as bad. And if you get up and have a black coffee, have as much black coffee as you want, or, tea.
Well,
a green tea.
I didn't understand it until you get to thinking. Everybody fasts for
Everybody does.
A point in time.
Sure.
Like you said, you're asleep.
You're asleep.
That's why they call it breakfast. It's actually
breaking the fast. That's right. So, yeah, I just choose when I'm fasting and I'm clicking on all cylinders. I think yesterday I did 16 hours, which was good for me. But, that's why if he comes home and I have let's say I make it to 1 at work, or while I'm working and I eat a pretty substantial meal like I did yesterday, I didn't eat anything else. They had dinner and I stayed upstairs because I didn't want anything else. And I knew I was going to fast. So, I broke my fast this morning. But if I'm at home working, it's much easier. I don't know why, but it's much easier for me. But yeah. Oh God, I'm very passionate about dieting and fasting and all the things. I really do. I do enjoy talking about that. It's one of the things that I really get into. Duck walk on the Birkin, Winnie.
I've been trying to get her to let me tee it up like a football and kick it.
Maybe, but I don't want to break the hardware. That's the thing. Andrea, did you see when he dragging her Firkin around? Sin says Cadbury caramel. Oh, we love a cream egg. Mm-hmm. Those are one of my favorites. The mini eggs are insane. The treadmill, I really did do that. I thought I was doing something. I was just like, walking.
You thought you was getting away with something.
Yeah. I wouldn't fool anybody. Not even myself. Miss Gail says, yes, Bill and Winnie, you're an awesome couple. God bless you all. Thank you. You're sweet, Miss Gail. Thank you. Krista says, I'm vegetarian, eat mostly protein and vegetables and just a little bit of carbs. I had to learn. I do love a good piece of chocolate, though. Yeah. Krista knows. She's in good shape. Renee's in good shape. I love your live chats. All Winnie fans seem awfully sweet. Birds of a feather. I kicked that. Yes, I did. I kicked that bitch down. When the window, you can tell me nothing, and God forbid you was in front of the thing that I had planned on eating. I would get it in my mind, and I would think, okay, I have fasted for 36 hours. Here's what I'm gonna have for breakfast.
And I've had to run through town and get it.
Yes, and I've been like, here's what I need. Today I'm eating, and here's what the hell I want. Yes. There's not a new Firkin video. I've been lazy about that. I need to put one up. Oh gosh, Atkins. Yeah, a lot of people love Atkins. It does work. It works for a lot of people. Krista says you need to eat a lot of healthy food to be satisfied. Food deprivation, it doesn't work. It doesn't for me because then I just binge. You're right. Lifestyle versus diet. You can always have a treat per day too, but honestly, sugar makes me nauseous now. So you've gotten to the sweet spot. Not the sweet spot, but The good part. A couple bites satisfies the craving. That's great. When I cut out sugar, if I eat a piece of fruit, oh my gosh, it tasted like I was, having the, I don't know, a piece of French toast or something. Like an apple was like, woo, yes. Where I'd stop eating sugar for a while. It was crazy. Restrictive diets lead to binge eating, Devin says. And if you're losing more than 1 pound a week, it's not healthy or sustainable. Let's all remember to be kind to ourselves. Yeah. Winnie, if you do keto, you have coffee with butter, coconut oil, and heavy cream. Yeah, I did. I also added MCT oil to mine when I did the keto coffee. I used to add, this is what I'd have: butter, heavy cream, and MCT, and also coconut oil. So, and I would blend that so that, and it would get frothy on the top. And I love that. That's my favorite. Like keto coffee, that is my favorite one. Like I would have that over a Starbucks coffee at this point, and even my Tim Tam sweet coffee. I prefer that. I still have some MCT oil, so yeah, I do love a good keto coffee. Yeah, butter is, yeah. I get it. Good fats are, you need good fats, especially if you're not going to have all the other crap.
That's why we eat
You need
avocado.
you need the good fats. Yeah. Krista says exactly, Devin. Renee says keto plus fasting makes me happy. If you love it, girl, I say do it. I don't even miss the carbs, but this chocolate talk is killing me. Is the Easter candy? The Easter candy is out. I will tell you. Thanks, Krista, and remember to drink water, everyone. Oh God, yeah, that's number one, right? If we could just drink our water. Colleen said I stopped eating breakfast recently. I was good for 2 weeks, but then wanted breakfast again. Yeah, it's a mind F, man. It is for me. It's a mind F. Um, Leptin and ghrelin. You can trick it. I think that's what these new drugs, these new pre-diabetes drugs that everybody's taking, Monjero or whatever it's called, and Ozempic, they sort of dull those your leptin and your ghrelin receptors to make you feel like you don't need to eat, like you're not hungry, like you go all day and you go, wow, I forgot to eat today. I mean, that's how I think that's one of the things that it does. So yeah, sin, I only eat twice a day too. Yeah, but I graze a little bit. I have to say I do graze some. What Going into work, I eat more working than I ever. So like I'll get up and have my coffee, and then I'll eat a handful of nuts.
These no.
And then I will go to one or two or three and try to eat my meal. And hopefully that helps and that gets me there. But I consider my coffee with my Tim Tams my actual breakfast, and then I'm good. But yeah, that's my sort of pattern, the eating pattern. See, I could eat the same thing every day. Uh, I could literally eat the same thing, and I have done that for months. Literally eating the same. I get cravings. So let's see here. I stopped eating breakfast, Colin said. Mira Dawn said, I eat one meal. It's from the time I wake up until I go to sleep.
Amen.
Me too. Right. Devin's laughing. I only eat 2 meals a day, brunch and dinner. That's good. Yeah, I kind of do that too, Sin. That's kind of my pattern that I'm in. Cole, you can eat breakfast, just push it back as late as possible rather than first thing in the morning. Win-win. Right. Yeah, for sure. I'm sucking on a mango smoothie from Wawa that Bill brought to me. Definitely not diet. Ooh, but those are so good. Devin says, I feel like I'm going to die before I eat in the morning. I wake up at 5 and eat at 9:30. So you do good. You do pretty good. 3 meals a day and a snack. And Devin, you're fine. You are perfect the way you are, babes. You don't have to change a thing. You're doing good. You have a really high metabolism. You can tell that. You have a good working high metabolism. So that's awesome. Marianne says, Renee, I also drink fat coffee. you use MCT oil, good. But it actually breaks the fast as it is nutrition. It does break your fast, yeah. Yeah, there's several debates out there whether the keto coffee, it's a very fine line. Some people think it does, and you start that at that time. Some people say no, no, no. But anything you can taste, for me, will break my fast. I used to do the keto strips where I pee and see how far into ketosis I was. I used to take this very seriously, guys. The amount of books I have read, just yes. Yeah, yeah. Devin says beer makes me gain weight, but I love it, but I try to avoid it. Yeah. Devin, you look good in your picture, so you probably don't need to change a thing. No, you don't. Wednesday, hi, Wednesday. I've missed you, but you made it before it was over. Yes, but if they have Guinness or Yeehaw, I can't resist. Andrea, hey, Andrea, hi. How are you, Andrea? You look great. I did a 20-hour fast today and feel amazing. Yeah. A good fast, man, a good 20-hour. But the thing that I was clock watching, I was very bad at. I would do my fast, but I was very aware of like my window opens at 5. My window opens at 5. My window opens at 5. It's 4:45. Oh my God, what am I going to eat? What am I? And so that got to be very obsessive to me. So yeah, but yeah, a good fast does make you feel good. At the end of the fast, like to work on a totally fasted in a totally fasted state, I feel like I'm sharper. I don't forget things. I don't have brain fog. I'm very like snapping on all cylinders. So there's a thing to be said about it. Lots of studies out there. Devin says, "Oh, thanks, Renee. I'm thin, but struggled with disordered eating for most of my life. It's a thing. Yeah, it doesn't. On the outside, what we look like doesn't have anything to do with what our brain is doing, right? But Devin, just know that you do look good, babes. But I feel you. I'm with you." Oh, I don't drink. We don't drink at all anymore. I don't like Bud either. I never. Even when we did drink, I did not drink Budweiser.
Nope.
No. Mm-mm. Apple a day, yes. So when I eat at home, you guys have gotten me on the. My kids are like, oh God, she's talking about her food. Okay. On a perfect day, when I am weight loss mode, when I'm doing the damn thing, right? It is 16 ounces of water. That's not even a question. She does that. She gets up and has black coffee. She goes back to work. She works till about 10. 10 o'clock, she comes downstairs. She makes herself a liquid egg. I allow myself one real egg, and then I'll do a third of a tablespoon of another liquid egg. Scramble that up into like an omelet. Throw some kale in there. Throw whatever I've got in there, onions, mushrooms, whatever. And I'll either make myself a little sandwich or I'll just have the omelet and then I'll cut up an apple and have with that. Then I feel great until it's time for them to come home or be home and it's time to figure out what we're going to eat for dinner. Uh, the best thing for me would be to have meat and 2 veg. So that's what my diet looks like when I'm clicking, when I'm going and I'm losing and I'm feeling good and I'm fast. And then I pull up the food and I don't eat again until the next day. So yeah, that's what, for me, that's what works. That's what works. Coconut oil is MCT, but not as harsh. Right. But I was hardcore about it, girl. I was like, we're going to do MCT. And so I did coconut oil, and because coconut oil to me gave it a good taste, and the butter did too. But then I had one of those emulsifiers. Is that what you have too? And then it froths up on the top, a little bit of heavy, heavy whipped cream, heavy whipping cream. That's my favorite coffee. You're speaking my language, girl. Yes, I love it. Now I need to work on fasting past 12 to 13 hours. But if you're working out hard, Krista, which I would say that you are, you probably I think 12 to 13 hours is perfect. Because are you working out totally fasted? Because that makes a difference. I feel like, I know it's hard to get, it's hard to get tips from somebody like me, but Krista, I feel like you probably work out pretty hard, so I think you're doing good. It's all about habit, yeah. And there would be times where if I was having a special something, I would plan my fast around that thing. I mean, I was hardcore. I was in it to win it, girl. So yes, Andrew, yes. Devin, do you have IPA at all? My husband sure loves his IPA. We did not drink IPA. Except they had like a pumpkin around Halloween. They had a nice IPA that I kind of would drink back when we drank a little bit. Yeah. Has anyone commented on your Birkin while you've been out? No. Mm-mm. Nobody here. I don't care what I carry. There's one lady that works at the mall, that works at the eyeglass place, who knows what's what about bags. And she's the only person ever that really, if I walk past there, if I go in there, she'll say, "Oh, I love your whatever." But no, nobody around here knows what. Nope, not at all. Krista says hey to Andrew. Andrew says hi to Krista. Devin says if it tastes good, there's a fun beer bar here called Sutries. Renee said, "Tell Bill I love him. If I ever see him, I'm telling him everything." Oh God, don't tell him nothing. Oh. Krista says that Andrew, fasting queen. Yeah, Renee and Andrew are fasting queens, man. Marianne says it's been fun, but it's almost midnight here, and I have to work in the morning. So good night, sweetie. I'm gonna get off here too. I just we're really not talking about anything today. We're just over here saying what's up. Hello, Dawn. Dawn, I've missed you. Hi. You need to Andrew says you need to make sure you're eating enough in your eating window. Yeah, that was my problem, Andrew. I don't know if you heard me say it, but I created a garage door to open when it was time to open my window, and I kicked that son bitch to the curb. I said, "Time to eat," and
get out the damn way.
Get out the way. I'm telling you know. So yeah, it was a mind f for me because I was eating. I was throwing 2,000 to 3,000 calories. Yes, I said it. Safe space, guys, like Caleb says, but I said it. I was throwing 2,000 to 3,000 easily or more into a 5 to 6 hour eating window. So it wasn't doing, of course, I wasn't losing weight. I was feeling like, oh, yeah, I'm doing the damn thing. I am a faster. I'm doing it. But no. But Andrew, you're right. You're right. I was eating plenty. Dawn says hi. I've missed you so much. Renee says good night to Mrs. P. Sleep well, love. Andrea says hi, Dawn. I love your new Dior bag. I do too. I love that with the little. That looks good, girl. Andrew says hi to Dawn. Renee says meat and 2 veg. Isn't that what Austin Powers called it? Is Renee? But I would have, and then I would have just a little bit of something like that dark cacao chocolate. Yeah, that's what I would eat. And that's when my body was like, ooh, yeah, she gonna slim down. But then this came back and my emotions took over and I said, ooh, F this. Let's get off of this and go over here. Do not remember this.
That's our problem is we're emotional eaters.
Yeah, I'm a very emotional eater. Yeah. I will say I have a little bit of a problem with it, and I also have a problem controlling. I'm either really controlled or I'm like, let's eat a Pepperidge Farm cake. Yeah. So yeah. You're right, Renee. That's funny. Work out about 4 to 5 times a day. Yeah, Christy, you're no joke. You're getting ready for something. So I know all about. You are looking great and feeling great. Renee says, Winnie, got a new Dior bag, Andrea. No, I didn't. It's Dawn. It's Dawn that got her new, and she got that cage carrier in her last video to show it. Girl, I need you to stop. That hurts. Mommy's not okay. I'll pet you, but don't be so aggressive. Dawn says, I love to eat, Winnie. Well, you know what, Dawn? Me too. And you're Italian and I'm Southern, and that's just, girl, that's what we do.
Yeah, we need to try some fried spaghetti.
Fried spaghetti. Who is it has that?
Oh, gracious.
Fazoli's. Don't they have fried spaghetti or twice spaghetti or something like that? Twice baked spaghetti. I mean, I am too. I am an eater. I'm just an eater. I like to control it. Hey, Winnie, I'm just curious. Have you always had a short hair style? You're beautiful. Just wondering. I have had off and on, off and on. When my daughter was born 15 years ago, I had long hair. But I am someone who looks like Granny Clampett because what I was doing was my hair's really oily. So I kind of have to wash it a lot or it looks like a grease pit. And so what I was doing was, she is all over me. She's being a I was pulling it up in these banana clips and it pulled my face down. I did not like it, but I grew up with long hair until I met you.
You had long hair when you met me.
Yeah, I had long hair when I met you.
You wore it that way until I think
we got married.
Taylor was born.
No. Our wedding photos, I have short hair.
You did?
Yeah. I cut it right before we got married into this little pixie. And I wore it like that the whole time until I started growing it out when when Maddie was about 3.
Yeah.
I grew it completely way out. I mean, it was really long. It looked horrible. I have to tell you, it did not look good on me. It did not suit me. I don't have a really good forehead, so I like to always have bangs. So I kind of would have bangs and then have it down. And, it kind of cascaded. But it was not a good look for me. Would I go back to growing it out? 5 or 6 years ago, I went and I got down to about right here. And it made and I was actually a lot thinner then too, and it made my face look like Madonna. I mean, it just looked like I was like even more than I am because that haircut just chiseled into I don't know what about it. It was just like a mushroom cut, and I got it down to about right here. And of course, sort of kept it shaved up here. And then I went in to get her to shape it up, and I was just like, you know what, cut it off again. I don't like it. I'm not feeling it. So I like a short, spunky pixie. It's easy upkeep. It doesn't take me long at all to get ready to go anywhere. And I feel it. I'm feeling myself with this short pixie.
You find out what men have known their whole lives.
Yeah.
That short hair is, like me.
Oh, I've had it for a long time. Yeah. I love it. I love short hair. I love it. Have you done a video on your skincare? I haven't, because it's really, I'm going to tell you, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's coconut oil all over my body. Like
makes it slicker.
Like coconut oil all over my body. Just everywhere. Through here. And then I foaming face clean at night with those microfiber. I wash my face really good. And then lately, I've been using a sample of Chanel that I believe Dawn gave me skincare because I used to do the Dior Prestige, but I'm out of it. So I'll just put on CeraVe or anything. But I just moisturize really good at night, and brush my teeth really good, and then I'm ready for bed. That's all I do. That's it. I mean, I probably need to do, because I have really bad wrinkles here. Well, I'm 54, but I have really bad wrinkles here. You guys can see my crow's feet and stuff. So I probably need to do a little something here. I need those patches when I get up in the morning. I'm gonna order some of those things, those little eye patch things. I have some somewhere. But thank you for saying that. You're real sweet to say that. Wednesday, I always think of cutting my hair. I cut a few inches off recently. Your haircut really suits you. Makes me consider a short cut again. I used to have. Oh, you did, Wednesday. A hair YouTube. Is it still available? Tell me what it is. I want to go see. A hair YouTube channel. Wow. Oh my God. And you know what I use on my hair? I use y'all already know. I use Kevin Murphy I use a little bit of wax. I use the shampoo. I don't really need conditioner. It makes, I have oily hair, so of course adding conditioner makes it a little more greasy and oily or whatnot. And I put just a very little tiny bit of the wax stuff in and I rub it good, and then I all over. Girl, did you see her reaching up to me? She's hungry is what she is. And then I do a little spritz of a Flex hairspray from Kevin Murphy. And girl, we're done. I get her to texturize it so it will kind of stick up. You know, when I first had this channel, I've been through a couple hairdressers. And so I used to get my hair colored. I don't do that anymore. But color does make your hair do a little more. I guess Wednesday doesn't thicken the hair shaft and kind of make it a little easier to manage, or to gives it more body or whatnot. But now that I don't color it, I need that. So no, I won't grow it out again. I just won't. Never. Let's see here. That's awesome, Wednesday. I had no idea. Thank you, Dawn. I love your hair too. Okay, Renee, calm down. Let's keep this PG. Not, and yes, I'm talking to myself and laughing at my own jokes. If I don't, who will? Renee, you're so cute. What does Bill do for a living? Bill is an HVAC salesman. So he sells heating, venting, and cooling, and all that implies. So yeah, he has done that for
35 years.
35 years. So if you ever need a new heat pump and you live around me, call me. But yeah, he's licensed at that, and he has all kinds of certifications and all that good stuff. Let's see. Coconut oil in the jar. Andrea, yes. I get it at Sam's in the great big, it's organic coconut oil. It's the great big bottle or jar in a green top. And that I put that in a little skincare, what used to be something else, Pond's or something, that I emptied and threw away. And then I put that in there, and that's, girl, I go to town with that every day. And I used to have KP real bad on the tops of my arms, and I sort of think it was some of it was fasting and some of it was the coconut oil. But I don't have that at all anymore. I don't have any. It's real. My arms are real smooth, and I started doing it a couple years ago when I had my breast reduction. The surgeon's wife, who is also his nurse, said we would rather use coconut oil as like Neosporin or whatever people would use on healing. And it did pretty good, but it also got me in the habit of like doing the old tatas. And then I just went in and started everything. And then, so when I do my face at night, I go down and I get my neck. And I just, I rub up this way with because I've got these gels. Yes. Devin, no. Maddie's at home. She's at her house. Yeah. Wednesday, coconut oil directly on your face? No. No. I have been using the Total Capture because I was trying to, really just because I wanted to try it out. And then I got a sample of it a couple times, and it's so baby soft. It makes your skin really soft. I know that they say the luxury brands, you shouldn't use their skincare. I get it. I believe you on all of it except for that Dior Total Capture face cream. I love it. I absolutely love it. And it makes your face feel like a baby's butt. It's just so soft. I don't know what it does, but It's like magic to me. Dawn says no more color for me either, just highlights. Wednesday says it was for natural Afro textured hair. I took all my styling videos down after getting spooked. Someone took my photos and made a vid of me as an example of how unattractive.
Oh, that was just pissy.
That's effed up.
Yeah.
Wednesday, I am so sorry that happened to you. Like, seriously.
There are all kinds of a-holes.
I have to tell you, Wednesday, and my kids tell me I'm wild, but I do love watching. My favorite videos are all kinds of hair videos.
Yeah.
I watch a lady in Florida, and she does a live video where she'll do a silk press and she'll do a straighten, and she does the live video. I don't know if you've ever seen. I can't think of the name, but I watch her every day. And I love her videos so much, and I've learned so much. But I like watching wig installs, and I like watching a silk press. For some reason, they make me feel calm, and I just enjoy that. That's If you go to my feed, that's probably one of the top things that you'll see. It's just something that I enjoy and I like, and I just enjoy that. And my hairdresser last week told me to start watching these soap cutting videos. Have y'all ever seen that? Those are really cool too. I like to see those sometimes. I went to sleep. Like, it put me to sleep the other day watching like people cutting soaps. But I don't know. I just love, seeing people get their hair styled or their face beat or something like that. I just love that. That's just one of my all time. Those are my favorite kind of videos. I know y'all are thinking, what is up with her? She's crazy. But yeah. Dawn, God love it. She said, I'm just happy to have hair. You have beautiful hair.
Yeah, me too, Dawn.
Your hair is gorgeous. And Dawn said she had bad KP too. Yeah, it's a thing. My daughter has it really bad. Krista says, I just spent $13,000 on new HVAC and water heater. Oh my God, I wish you lived closer. We could have gotten you a deal. Renee says, this has been the highlight of my day, but I got to go. Nice talking to everyone on Team Winnie. So much fun and lots of great info. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Renee. Have a good day, hon. See you next time, baby doll. Before I go, hey, Devin, do you have a YouTube? Yeah, Devin has a YouTube channel. Devin Christopher. I will link it in this live, but if you just click on his name, it'll take you right to. So yeah, at Devin Christopher. Yeah. Moedzi says good night. Renee says, Devin, it is about luxury bags. It's about everything. Devin's videos they run the gamut. They're really good and entertaining and fun. Sometimes him and his husband will do tasty treats from around the world, which I think are great. Sometimes he shows like tutorials on his fingernails. Sometimes he'll do a DIY on a bag. He'll show unboxings. He just outfits of the day. Like, yeah, Devin has a great channel. So yeah. But he is a handbag addict, yes. Mostly Coach. He loves Coach. Saving now for a home and travel. Renee says, I love Coach too, and I'll check you out. That's awesome. Yeah, subscribe to Devin. He's sweet. And we live pretty close together, so we both are from Tennessee. We're good people. Devin says, thanks, Renee. Same name, Christopher, missing the first H. So it's C-R-I-S. So yeah. Just up to Devin. Yes, Krista. Well, guys, it's starting to get a little cool out here. My phone and my iPad are both getting on about 20%. So I think I am going to call it a night. I'm so glad that you guys joined me. I got off onto a tangent about eating and chocolate and candy and all that. And I'm so sorry. And I will come up with we'll do a Valentine's Day show next week. And hopefully it'll be something better than me babbling on about fasting and keto and all that. But
it's a candy holiday. You can't talk about fasting.
I know it is a candy holiday, so we won't talk about that. But I hope you guys have a great night. I enjoyed coming on today. I enjoyed any of the questions that you had and all the interaction. I love you guys so much, and thank you. And I will see you tomorrow for a video. I think it's going to be around 5:30 or 6. So bye, Dawn. I'll be talking to you online. Okay. Bye, guys.